Dream Productions is the brand new Disney Pixar limited series that just hit the streaming service on December 11th. The show is created by Mike Jones, who served as a screenplay writer for two Pixar films, Soul and Luca. This show takes place in between Inside Out 1 and 2, and more specifically, it takes place 1 year before the events of Inside Out 2. And this show is about Dream Productions. We met them in the first movie, but these are people who basically are like the Hollywood studio of dreams. So in Riley's mind, these people create dreams every night so Riley sleeps tightly. The main character is voiced by Paula Pell, who plays Paula in the show. She was also in the first Inside Out. And Paula is a struggling director, one of the struggling directors at the studio. She is not understanding as Riley has gotten older now since the events of the first film. She does not now know what Riley's true interests are and what makes her more mature, more childish, whatever that is. And she's trying to figure that out. She's also paired up with Zenny, who's played by Richard Ayoade, who is the nephew of the person who runs the studio, who is Gene, voiced by Maya Rudolph. And Zenny is a daydreamer who creates daydreams for Riley, but now is brought in to help Paula. Also in the film is Janelle, who's voiced by Ally Mackey, who is Paula's original assistant director, but she's then moved to a director as she seems to be doing a better job at that than Paula. Back from the original films, you have Kensington Tallman voicing Riley. She voiced Riley in Inside Out 2. And our emotions are also back in this film from the original Inside Out. Amy Poehler as Joy, Phyllis Smith as Sadness, Lewis Black, Tony Hale, and Lisa LaPera. These episodes are 4 episodes. There are 4 episodes, 25 minutes a pop. My name is Max Dinenberg. Welcome back to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinenberg. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I do movie and TV show reviews, box office shows, weekly movie franchise rankings, and out of theater reactions. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to Max Talks Movies. Comment down below. First of all, have you seen Dream Productions? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Would you want to see more of Dream Productions? Or was this a misstep for Pixar? If you have not seen it, tell me, did you know this was out? And are you interested in diving into a spin-off if you care about both Inside Out films? And also, please hit that button down below. So I was definitely excited. As you know, Pixar is my favorite movie studio out there. And especially Inside Out, two films that do mean a lot to me. They're in my Pixar top 12, 10 range. And I have not been a big fan, I guess, so far of the Pixar spinoffs, which was the Monsters at Work show that I didn't think was nearly on the level even of like a Monsters University. I had an okay time with, but just didn't seem necessary. So I kind of got nervous heading into Dream Productions because, again, I do adore both Inside Out films. And overall, this is some pretty harmless entertainment. This is, of course, just so not on the level of the first two Inside Out. And I actually think there is a heart and soul in this show that could have been gotten to by the writing team, really by Mike Jones, who's the sole screenplay writer, that just wasn't there. The show has the emotions in it from the original films, but they're basically just in there to cameo. So you really understand this is the same world as Inside Out and of Riley. We're in Riley's mind, so we are still kind of connected. But this is before the events of Inside Out 2, which I don't really think like matters, I guess, in this persistence. The whole goal of Riley in this show is he's trying to make sure if she wants to go to this dance or not. And I just didn't find what's great about the first two Inside Out films are yes, is the movie more told through the emotions, of course, but the movies have such great messaging and heart and soul into that. It feels very relatable. And this is actually a good idea for a show because we all, as human beings, dream every night. Do we remember all of our dreams? We do not. But I think there's a really good message in here about dreams and the importance of dreams, if the ones we don't remember. But sadly, we don't really get to that message until the last 10 minutes of the show. As I said, it's only 4 episodes and they're like 25 minutes long. So it's basically, if you watch it, just kind of a movie. And first of all, you can tell that they don't have tons of ideas for this type of show, which is why it's only 4 episodes long. But for me, what was heartbreaking was actually the last 10, 15 minutes were pretty great. But the problem is the whole rest of the show is not that. It's kind of just like subplot city. Also, the show is told through a mockumentary style like The Office. So there's a camera crew following around the people who work at Dream Productions. They're sitting down talking to the camera. I didn't really find that adding anything to the actual show. Now, what's great about the show is the animation. Pixar has come such a long way, and while yes, it's a TV show, not a movie, you don't feel like this is a cheap version of Inside Out. They do a great job still bringing the world to life like you're seeing it on the big screen. The little details, I just can't believe where we are with animation, and Pixar continues to break through about that. So I really enjoyed the animation. The voice cast is very good here. Standouts, Richard Ayoade's a lot of fun as Zenny, probably my favorite character on the show. Obviously, the original cast does a really good job. And overall, I had a good time. There's some really good ideas. Again, the Dream Productions idea from the first Inside Out was a genius idea, how our dreams are being made by a studio in our heads, and they're trying to please us as we're, having us enjoy our dreams. So that part I definitely enjoyed. The concept is really strong. For me, what another problem for the show, and the main problem for me, more than just the overall missing some heart, is I don't think Paula was the right choice to lead the show. She's at times quite unlikable, where she's a quite selfish character for 80% of the show. And I just didn't find her to be someone I was absolutely rooting for throughout the entire show. And I felt like they started off good with this Paula and Janelle subplot, but then Janelle's kind of just barely in the show. So the show's so much focused on Paula, and she just is not an interesting character to lead a show. And for me, that's kind of from a character perspective, a bit of a misfire. I think if Paula passed the baton maybe off to Janelle to be the lead character, or even to Zenny to be the lead character, the show could have been a lot more fun. But Paula is just not that entertaining of a character. But it's also weird from a script perspective that as it's told as a mockumentary, there's a lot of wink, wink, nod, nod jokes about Hollywood studios and mockumentaries. And I don't think kids under the age of 5, 6, or 7 um, understand that. So I think the show could have gone a little bit. They go for a lot of big like adult jokes, which I'm not sure that's the target audience for this show. So overall, I have a good enough time with Dream Productions. I don't find it to be very necessary to watch or something that I wanted in between Inside Out 1 and 2. It's a great world with really good voice casting, amazing animation, and a concept that does hook you in for 4 episodes. It's very harmless. It's easy to watch, as it's only basically an hour and 40 of content. But I do wish the show had a lot more messaging, as there was an actual easy message to really talk about to kids, but the show took way too long to get there. And I think Paula was a complete bad idea to have as the lead of the show. So overall, I'm going to give Dream Productions a 3 out of 5, a 55%. What are your thoughts on Dream Productions? Let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.